Alright guys, so the ceremonial weigh-ins for Teofimo Lopez versus Rolando Romero had just taken place literally not even 10 minutes ago. And who I got for my final prediction for that fight for tomorrow as I'm recording this video, which is August 21st of 2026. I'm not gonna lie, I seen this fight as like a 50-50 fight, but now the more that I'm looking at it, I think I'm giving the edge to Teofimo Lopez because I think he has a diverse style. I think Rolly is one-dimensional, and I'm gonna actually get back to that in some time, so put a pin in that. His style is one-dimensional, but there is some it factors about it that could edge the victory towards him. Pause. And the reason why I got Teofimo Lopez is because if he's having fun in the ring and if he's feeling himself, like if he's moving on that certain flow that that same flow that he had against Arnold Barboza Jr. Like I believe 2 years ago, May 2nd in Manhattan, and he's moving that same way, I think that, you know, it'll be a hard process for Rolly to stop Teofimo when he catches his flow, and it's hard to interrupt that flow and break him from that momentum. But if he's able to keep it going for either all 12 rounds or able to stop him, because let's not get it twisted or forget that Teofimo does have power, especially now that he's coming up in weight. He's going from 140 to 147. I believe they both are. So that's just gonna give Teofimo Lopez more power. Like if you think about it, when Rolly was at 130, I think he was at 135 against Tank. He still looks strong, but also coming up to fight Ryan Garcia, he looked way better. I mean, he looked way better. I believe that fight was supposed to be either at 140 or 147. I think 147, but you know, you guys could correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. So there's that. Rolly looked, absolutely filled out at that weight, and he knocked Ryan Garcia down in the second round. So you know, obviously his power carried through that weight class, through another weight class. And Teofimo Lopez, it didn't seem like he had power as much as he did previously, maybe because Shakur was like at good range and not letting him use it. But you know, I think we're gonna see a stronger Teofimo Lopez because maybe he felt like at that weight class he couldn't and also he looked drained at the weigh-ins last time against Shakur Stevenson. To me, he looked drained at 140. But Shakur, on the other hand, he looks good when he was fighting at 140. Now I believe he wants to either go back down from 140 to 135. And he wants to do all of this and moving around, it seems like, and fighting people at a catch weight, fighting people at different weight classes, and moving up and down in weight, which to me is I can't really see him at a specific weight class because he's it seems like it's all over the place when it comes to him and weight. But you know, no matter what, even though this is not a Shakur video, I do want to say that I think no matter what weight class he's at, he is one of those fighters that will do well no matter what, even in the lower weight classes, like 135, 140, 144, 147, 144 being a catch weight. And I think he could do good all around. Just needs to give himself the chance to, you know, show that, and you know, just take the chance to fight, you know. And we can't see any of that if he doesn't do it. Now, going back to Teofimo versus Rolly, The reason why I say Rolly is a one-dimensional fighter is because we've seen how awkward his style is, and you know how unusual it is, and you know it could either leave fighters like confused and not wanting to go in because they could be caught with something awkward, just like how he did against Ryan Garcia. And not only that, but I think he has a way of finding a way to win fights, just like how he did. Like almost nobody, I'll say, expected him to win against Ryan. I didn't expect him to win. When I came to Times Square and when I seen that Ryan got knocked down in the second round, I was just as surprised as everybody else. Now, is that indicative of saying that just because he performed that well in his previous fight, does that mean he's gonna perform that well, or if not better, in his next fight? No, but I mean, we can, I believe, use that as an indicator as to maybe around the range of how good he'll do in that fight, or how good he can be if he stays focused. And also, I heard that he switched trainers to the one, I believe, when he had faced Ryan Garcia, if I'm not mistaken. I do forget his name at the moment, but maybe that has played a factor in it as well. And what Teofimo Lopez has been doing, like, he's been showing a lot more of his training compared to Rolly, and I'm pretty sure that Rolly has a game plan. Like, he has a really, really special game plan when it comes to his fight tomorrow with Teofimo Lopez. When it comes to his fight against Teofimo Lopez tomorrow, I believe he's keeping those cards close to the chest. And yeah, he's not giving away too much. Not at all. I mean, last I checked, he hasn't released any footage or any work that he's working on in the gym. Just that little judo throw that he did against his sparring partner, which is well deserved, and everybody want to act all surprised and be like, oh, why you do that, why this, you know, throwing not elbows but throwing shoulders and, you know, headbutting your sparring partner. That's not cool. So obviously it's a good reason for releasing that sparring footage. But other than that, from what I've seen, that judo throw, I mean, it was nice, but other than that, I haven't seen much from Rolly, either from this camp or like just what he's working on in general. So I think it's very, very special. But yeah, final predictions. I got Teofimo Lopez. I don't think he stops Rolly, but I think he outboxes him all 12 rounds. Is it going to be difficult for Teo? Absolutely. Is it going to be a little awkward? Since they know each other, I don't think it's really going to be that like awkward as comparisons to him or Rolly going against anybody else. I think he's going to be able to figure it out and solve that puzzle pretty quickly, like in the first maybe 3 rounds. So yeah, and as long as Teofimo Lopez has fun in there, I think that he wins pretty comfortably, at least moderately comfortably. So yeah, let me know what you guys think down below. Leave a like. It definitely helps out the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one.